Hi, I'm Dr. Crain, Professor of Biology at Maryville College, and this is a video about how to make concord grape jelly. The reason we're doing this is because we have a lot of concord grapes coming in right now over at Crawford House, and I've got a garden intern this year, but because of the COVID situation, I can't basically teach her how to do grape jelly and everything, so I'm going to make this video. Samantha and I picked these grapes this week. Next week another harvest is going to come in, and then the following week, and so what we're going to do is I'm going to make this video so she can then follow it and make grape jelly maybe in the dorms. So basically all you need is good jelly jars, sugar, obviously a lot of good concord grapes, and then Sure Gel. The only equipment we're going to need is a large pot or two, and then a colander, because you'll see in a little bit we're going to strain the grapes. So step one in making grape jelly is to basically make grape juice. So we're going to crush these grapes, and I'm going to use this this pastry cutter. You can use anything you want to. Yeah, I'm just going to spend some minutes here, kind of fun. Ooh, it smells great too. Just crushing up all these grapes into a nice little puree. I'm then going to add all of these into this pot right here with a cup of water, and we're going to boil it for about 10 minutes on the stove. So I'll come back after that's all done. So I've been crushing them for about 4 or 5 minutes now. You can see, I don't think there's anything else. We do have some of the, obviously the skins are in there, and that's great because what we're going to do is just boil this all now with a cup of water. So now after 10 minutes, I've got this wonderfully smelling kind of pureed grape juice. I need to strain it. What I'm going for is I'm trying to get 5 cups of juice. So normally you would use cheesecloth. I don't have any cheesecloth on hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this colander. If you do have cheesecloth, just put it in the cheesecloth, squeeze it real good, let it drip out. But I need to get 5 cups of juice out of it, and it'll take a little while. See, it's slowly dripping down. I've just got this drying right here just because I didn't want to. I want you to be able to see it going in there, but if you've got a bowl that colander fits into, that might even be a little safer. So we're going to get 5 cups of juice out of this, and that's what we need for the next step. So after draining it in the colander, you can see I got the pulp here. I'm going to take the pulp to my compost bin, and I'm going to see if I can get 5 cups of that nice juice out for the next. So now it's time to sterilize the jars. So I'm reusing jars from a previous year, so I've already washed them with soap and water. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sterilize them using boiling water. Just going to roll the water around on the inside. Nice. Pour that off. Put them over here. They can be filled, but if you're using new jars, you still need to wash them with soap and water and also sterilize them. I'm not only going to sterilize the jars though, I'm also going to sterilize the lids and the rings. So to do that, I've got them in this metal bowl. Add the boiling water, let them sterilize. So now what we've got is aseptic jars that are ready for filling. Alright, so now we've got the jar sterilized. I've got exactly 5 cups of the juice that we prepared earlier, and I've gone ahead and measured out 7 cups exactly of sugar. Now it's time to heat up the juice with the Sure Gel in there. Now what Sure Gel is, I'll turn this on so you can see real quick, I'll turn it back off in a second, but what the Sure Gel is it's pectin. Pectin is a natural carbohydrate. It's basically used to stabilize the cell walls in the fruit and everything. It acts kind of like cement to hold them together. And so what's going to happen is this is going to help form a matrix that's going to allow the jelly to get that gelatinous like consistency. So what I'm going to do is as I'm stirring here, I'm going to heat the pectin and the juice until it gets to a nice rolling boil. At that stage, I'm going to add the sugar. So we'll come back when it's boiling. So it's now at a full rolling boil that won't stop. So I'm ready to add the 7 cups of sugar. And after I add the 7 cups of sugar, I want to continuously stir. Now, whenever this returns to a full boil, so I'm mixing it all up. Whenever it returns to a full boil, I'm gonna have it timed for 1 minute exactly. After it's done for 1 minute, I'm ready to ladle into my jars that I prepared. Okay, so now there were 10. We filled 10 of these jelly jars, and I'm gonna put them into this canner. I need to make sure that water, and I've got warm water in the canner. You don't have to use a canner. You could just use a regular big pot like this. But I've got an old pressure cooker that I don't use anymore. So I've taken the valve out of it, and it does my pickles and my jellies just fine. But you don't need something like this. So all 10 of these fit perfectly in there. However, I need to make sure everything's real tight. I need to make sure that the water's covering it by about 1 inch. So I'm going to go get a little more water. I'm going to turn this on high. And after I get a good boil, I'm going to boil it for 5 minutes for this jelly. So I'll come back after 5 minutes of boiling. Okay, so now we boiled all of these. It was about 1-2 inches of water on the top of them. After it came to a nice gentle boil, we boiled them gently for 5 minutes. I then took them out, carefully put them on this, and they're slowly sealing. You may hear one pop in just a second. As they cool, they pop, and that seals the seal. Then keeps any kind of bacteria or anything from getting in them, and they're good for a year, 2 years, 3 years, something like that. So basically, what I've done is I've gone through the process of how to easily make concord grape jelly. It took about 5 hours. This morning is what I did. It's lunchtime now, so I just started about 9 this morning. You could break this up into 2 days if you wanted to. You could make the juice the first day, store the juice in the refrigerator, and then the second day, add the pectin and the sugar, and then make the jelly. But here we've got 10 concord grape jellies. This will last my family all year, and probably I'll actually be able to give some away for Christmas presents. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.